Hey guys, Action Jack here. We're on a expedition up Everest, and we're climbing this mountain. This is a real cliffhanger. It's really nice up here. It's really peaceful. You can almost hear a pin drop. That's 20,000 feet down, so you probably won't hear it. Well, we're cliffhanging. Speaking of cliffhanging, last week we were talking about Elijah and how he ran for his life from the queen, King Ahab's wife. And they had that competition with the prophets of Baal, and the angel came and gave Elijah food, and he woke him up twice, and he had rest and food and water, and it was great. Well, what came after that was really cool. See, Elijah had to travel for 40 days and 40 nights. That's what all that food was for that the angel gave to him. And after that long journey, Elijah stopped. And he prayed. And he said to God, God, my life is not worth anything. The king wants to kill me. I'm not any good for you. What am I doing? Well, God still had a plan for Elijah. So God told him that he would comfort him by coming and passing by him. And he would pass by him. But according to the Bible, nobody has ever seen God, or else they would die. So Elijah was afraid of that. He tucked himself into a little crack in the rock called a crevice, and he hid his face, and he listened. And what he heard was this rushing wind that went by, and it shook these rocks so powerfully that they broke. And then after that, he was afraid. He told God, God, I'm afraid. You weren't in that powerful wind. I'm scared. And then there was this huge earthquake. I hope there's not an earthquake up here on Everest. And the huge earthquake shook the rocks around Elijah. And he was scared. And he said, God, I'm afraid for my life. Where are you? And then what came next was a huge fire. And it consumed so many things around Elijah. And Elijah was afraid of the fire. And he said, God, is my life worth anything to you? And God, what happened next? God came, and there was a still, small voice, like a whisper. And it was God. And he said to Elijah, I love you. Elijah was afraid. He didn't think his life was worth anything, but God was comforting him, letting him know that he was the God that's more powerful than the wind, than the earthquake, than the fire. But he came to him in a still, small, quiet voice. That was amazing. That was God comforting Elijah in a powerful, powerful way. So God wasn't in the fire or the wind or the earthquake. He was in that still, small voice. What an amazing comfort to Elijah. Maybe you need to be comforted by God today. Well, you can take time to do that for sure. And have some time where you can find peace, and maybe God will whisper to you. Well, until next time, this is Action Jack signing out.